Yeah, all right, again. Yep, I know. So anyway, this is going to go all the way back to yesterday. And I guess this last night, I was like laying in bed and I saw this. And so he says, in the future, we'll all take turns being sued by psychopathic asshole millionaires and then being criticized by brain damaged, Nazi sympathizing, incel roach fuckers when we eventually break down as 13-year-old edgelords, MAGA dorks, and bots cheer them on, rinse and repeat. So this was about Frogan. So Frogan apparently had a big breakdown yesterday. We'll look at this in a few minutes. But she had a really big breakdown recently saying that she's like not making money streaming and things are not going well for her. And then obviously like I responded to this naturally, and I said, only in America can an overweight woman with brand new nails cry about not having money and then complain that her job sucks because she has to watch YouTube videos. Next, she's gonna tell us that she got PTSD from reading mean comments, should have joined the military instead. And so that's generally like this is, and by the way, I make all of these comments laying in bed in my little nest with like 5 blankets, all of my pillows, in a perfectly, you know, very cool, there's air conditioning around me. I'm so happy. So, servers like, stop. Would you say she has a mental illness? Absolutely. It's not even a question. Like, of course you're mentally ill. You're out of your fucking mind. Yes, and so anyway, what is this? This is sick. Absolutely fucking sick. And so, by the way, this is not it. It just literally crashed. It won't even load any more results. There's been so many results that it won't even load them all, and it hasn't even gotten to last year, barely. It's in November. This is all in 1 year talking about trans kids. And they're telling me that I'm engaging in reputation destruction by telling other people to do their own research. I don't even think about social media. I don't think about Reddit. I don't think about 4chan. I am locked in to 2 things: jacking off and playing video games. That's it. I don't care about, oh wow, there was a trade deal with China. Okay. Oh wow, there's a war. Okay. Listen, I am locked in to just playing video games. That's all I do, okay? And so, yeah, thanks to honesty. So I don't read this shit. I didn't see anything that happened yesterday, really, other than the 2 times that I opened up my phone. That's it. I view all of this stuff as pure entertainment. I love going over it. I love talking about it. But left to my own devices, I wouldn't even know Frogan exists. I would not even know that she exists. I would, like, whenever I started streaming, like, it's not even, like, I agree with you about that, but at the end of the day, you could say that's another example of the same thing that I'm saying.
Listen, I've said a lot of racist shit in my life.
So have I.
And that was not
as much
one
as
of
me.
them. That was definitely not racist.
It
was like that's it came from a running joke. It just shouldn't have come from me, and I had bad delivery. But also, I saw people saying like, well, one thing that I think is that I should have read the room and pivoted. You know, I've seen a lot of people commenting that as well, like people who are.
How the fuck is this still going on? Oh my god. Isn't that crazy? Like, I don't even know how is this drama still going on like a week later? Oh my god. Yes, and so because she's commenting on it, I guess so, right? But I don't know what to say. Let me see if there's any more of these. Oh yeah. Listen to this.
Guys, let's don't know chat. Guys, Aspen chat, they started reverse baiting, by the way. They've been doing that.
Been doing this for a long time. Like, every time there's a black person, it's DEI. It's just what they do. Yeah, we've got to have a soundboard.
He encouraged them to bait
soundboard because,
when
like,
watching
so
it.
These
so that people, when people watch the chat, they get trolled.
That's funny.
There's real ones, but there's also trolls, though.
Like that. Oh my god. Yeah, sure, it's fucking funny. And it is. Yeah, women equals woke, exactly. So it's not the idea of like making up bullshit or being hypocritical or whatever. The problem isn't reputation destruction fundamentally. It's about making up bullshit about people. That's the main issue, and that's definitely what I was talking about. So that's the reason why it's not hypocritical. It's because literally I'm using this person's own messages. How can it be me engaging in this if I'm just showing people what they say? That's it. Like, it's crazy. Crazy people like this go out and say this stuff. It really is. It was about transphobia, real word autocorrect. What is this here if I can find it? People have criticism. Asmongold interviews a terrorist. Why would Asmongold do this? Oh my God. And Asmongold needs to face actual consequences, legal or otherwise, for him to really change. Or legal or otherwise. Huh. Very interesting, huh, guys? You know what I think is this? It's actually good that people are saying this. And the reason why is because it means what I'm doing is working. They're so upset and so frustrated about it that, I mean, anybody can see how ridiculous and retarded these people are, that they're getting upset. They're like, well, somebody needs to change the rules. We can't handle this. It's not fair anymore. Oh no. Jesus Christ, what a little bitch. Where's the hypocrisy? Why don't you make the video? Yeah, that's a great idea. So, this guy wrote an article condemning me, but he put all my greatest hits in it, and so now he had to go on private because it backfired. That's basically what it was. This guy wanted to cancel me, and he only ended up canceling himself because he put his account on private. He has more comments than likes. That makes sense. And as well, one of the largest U.S. Twitch streamers leveled up from gaming to politics. We read the whole article. Damn, he sounds cool. This Asmongold sounds like a great guy. Subbed. The greatest hits. Love this article as a partial list of Asmon's greatest hits, and I have to agree with a lot of his statements. Thank you for bringing the streamer to my attention. He gained a new follower because of you. Thanks for spreading the word, man. More people need to hear what Asmongold has to say. Guys, stop. I can't like any more comments. Well written. I love Asmongold's takes. I just forgot how reasonable the man is. Asmongold makes sense except on Christianity, and he doesn't play chess. He comments politics chess. I don't know really what that means. This is the best media on the Roach King. I'm so glad that you can show all the based opinions with the world. Buddy, we already love Asmon. We didn't need more convincing. Impressive journalism. They are right. Every quote. I hope this helps him get more followers. Some great facts and truths. Thank you for the positive article. Great ad for the Roach King. Oh my God. Actually, his greatest hits. The thing is that it's only about like 20% of, like, I would say the greatest hits of things that I've said. And yeah, it's about 20% or so. But it's a pretty good 20%, to be fair. And would you consider doing an article that included a bullet point list of his most controversial things that he's done or has been accused of saying? I'm asking in good faith and I'm genuinely curious. If not, why? Because he's not acting in good faith. These people are not interested in having... They want to push an agenda. That's what they're doing. They're not trying to do this because they care about anything. They're trying to make you believe in ideology. It's that simple. And I thought I couldn't like him more. I'm already a fan of Asmon. You didn't need to try to convince me. This is a puff piece. He sounds like a really nice guy. So everybody here is all really... What made you why do you think that people in my chat don't care about kids dying in Gaza? Where's your justification for that? What does that have to do with it at all? Like, can you explain that? Yeah, why are these two things related in any capacity whatsoever? Because there's kids dying all over in Sudan, Africa. I'm sure kids have died in Ukraine. There's probably wars in other places, probably in Africa right now. Why is it that it's in Gaza? I'm definitely not saying Australian people have anything to do with Gaza. If they don't have anything to do with Gaza, then why are you bringing it up? People are always mad about retaliation. They're powerless against it. And what is this here? Search 5,000 man march in Australia for added context. I haven't seen that at all. I don't know what that is. You can never let these people propagate? No, you can't. And this is the big issue is the fact that they're doing this at all. The fact you see what my point is about how. What is this? Oh, here we go. All right. Let's watch this. Here we go. The best thing that Israel could do is stop talking about anti-Semitism. Man, Great. Who's this?
What's interesting about the United States and our slip away from being a manufacturing superpower, which was the core of our military might. I mean, that was how we won World War II. It wasn't building the best weapons. It was that we just made so much that the other side couldn't stand up to it. And so how do we lose that? It wasn't an accident or a failure. It was a decision by, I'm going to sound like conspiracy theorists, the elites. The elites decided that they were going to reform the United States in the image of what they wanted. They want us to move higher on the value chain. They said, we're going to do more higher value. We're going to get away from the making and into the design. We're going to make more music and more design and more services. And we're going to become a service economy. We're going to move away from things like textiles and chemicals and metals. And the idea was that in a globalized, peaceful world with no conflict, that moving the things that were lower value to other people would result in a more prosperous nation. And I think it worked for a little while. For example, allowing China into the World Trade Organization was a very profitable thing for our country. It allowed us to buy a lot of cheap stuff, some of it good, some of it bad, but definitely cheaper than it would have been to make it in the United States. Reindustrialization is really about recognizing that sometimes your own destiny doesn't have a value that can be measured in dollars.
He's completely right about this. The fixation around the GDP and the stock market is being done at the expense of the average working American. The average working American's life is worse now than it was 5 years ago, even though the stock market is up by a massive amount.
I've literally
But otherwise, yeah.
convinced myself at this point
Of
based
course.
on everything that everyone's telling me.
Let me guess. You've convinced yourself that it's everyone else's fault besides you.
Therapist, my family, my friends, that I'm just doing everything wrong. I'm healing wrong. I'm thinking wrong. I'm training wrong. I'm doing relationships wrong. Everything I do is fucking wrong.
Okay, all right.
I'm
Some
so
accountability.
Sick of it. Stop comparing. It's not even about comparison. Like
So wait a minute. Let me get this straight. So your friends, your family, and your therapist all say that you're wrong, but luckily you're able to get on TikTok and get gassed up by a bunch of other narcissistic, toxic women, and you've convinced yourself that actually every single other person who knows me personally who's come to the exact same conclusion that my professional therapist has, actually everybody that knows me is wrong, but the comment section on the internet, they know me, I'm actually right. Isn't it interesting where you're the common denominator? Everybody else thinks you're fucking nuts.
genuinely just want love in my life so badly.
Sorry. If you're spending like 50 hours farming a mount or doing something like that, then like what do you really... These sound effects are kind of... Let me turn it down a little bit. Audio, SFX volume. Sound effects in every video game are always so loud.